Hello everyone, let's just get started. It's going alright, Super Flash. And hello Remember, I hope you enjoy your lunch. So last stream we got up to 70 wins, which means we got gold. I've made one change, which I mentioned last stream. I made Dusclops 1 speed faster, so that we now outspeed -1 Curse Regirock, which may never be relevant again, but I would rather not lose to losing the speed tie and like getting rock slide flinged and that sort of stuff. So I decided to just change it. And that's the only change. Hello, Chief. Do gang. Let's get into it. So the goal right now is getting at least 100 wins with the team. We will probably not reach it this stream. Just as you asked, Super Flash. Now, I don't think we'll get to 100, but we'll see. I don't think I got enough sleep for going all the way. Also, I don't... Is Riley streaming today? I didn't see a stream scheduled. And I can't remember if he was like not gonna be there this Friday. Alright. 61. Gentleman Gregory. I think that probably means we can like predict a lot of stuff. Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe it's only Brooks that has like one Pokemon. Okay, it's only Brooks that has single sets. This one has a bunch. Are we going to see Metagross lead again? Our worst enemy? No, it's Lapras. So let's start with a Protect. Iron Tail. That's your best move? I know there's one with Iron Tail Double Edge, Dragon Dance, Psychic, Rest. What does it have? Psychic, Thunderbolt, Iron Tail Double Edge. Is that the only one? I think so. Okay. Iron Tail 2 out of 15. I always think it's 10, but it's 15. Double Edge is 15. Thunderbolt 15. And Psychic is 10. And it's Shell Bell. Well, guess we just start stalling. Do we get the defense drop? Actually kinda hurts. 41 damage, that's enough to break my sub. We get the dodge, that's nice. We didn't need the dodge, but it helps. Decreases the chance of some string of crits beating us. Or well, having to play around it wouldn't really beat us immediately. Hello Robin. Thank you for the good luck. think that's 50. So now it's gonna be a random move between Thunderbolt and Psychic. Want to get rid of the Psychics because it can lower my special defense. But worst case scenario, Umbreon is immune. And Lapras would probably double edge the Umbreon so we could just switch back to Dusclops. Chief, you're stoked you got your Pattaya berry from XD last night? Just need to get a choice band and then your team is ready for the tower. Were you planning to use Sceptile with Pattaya berry or was that someone else? I have had a Pattaya berry Charizard plant for ages. For like a for fun set. With Sunny Day, Blast Burn, and like Substitute, and then in the sun with the Blaze Boost, with Pattaya berry, and then you can one-shot water types. Hello, Sandy. Yes, you have Sceptile. Alright, I wish you the best of luck. I've kind of lost track of the PP here, but it doesn't really matter. I think probably one more Thunderbolt. At this point, I'm just gonna rest so I can save some PP. Should have done this earlier, I think, but it shouldn't really matter. Blaze, Sun, Pattaya, Blast Burn is wild. Yeah, the damage calcs are crazy. Like, I think you have a roll to one-shot Milotic. And Milotic has base 125 special defense. It's been a while since I did the calcs, but I think that's the case. I think it's out of Thunderbolts and close to being out of Psychics. Yeah. Okay, that was the first. Sandy, you can finally eat yesterday's lunch. True. I hope you enjoy it. Now that you've waited so long. Enjoy it more, right? That's how that works? I think there's one more. Don't really want to rest if there's more. Okay. Or if there's not more, then I would struggle and then I would actually fall asleep, but... Okay, should be struggle now. There we go. 20 damage. Shell bell. So when we're around 100 HP, we want to have a substitute up. Or use substitute, so that even if we get crit, we are safe. How many curses do we have? I wasn't paying attention. We'll try to go to +6 before we substitute. I have not done the XD, well, anything really in XD, so I cannot give advice on grinding for coupons. Right, we haven't been crit yet, and now even if we do, we're gonna be setting up our substitute. And then resting, and then baton passing, and then we're ready for the sweep. Okay, no crits. Could of course crit this turn. And I think that would break this up. Unless maybe there's like a 20 was like a higher roll, but I don't think so. No crit. Very good. Now it's time to sweep. Don't go to Dustclops. And we'll go for the Omni Boost. Because why not? Though I'm not sure this trainer can even have something like Jolteon, where we would want the +1 speed. Salamence. I'm gonna assume I one-shot even the bulky ones. Intimidate didn't affect us, we're at +6. One of them has Bright Powder, which is why we're going for Aerial Ace here. Sandy, you can't believe I'm starting Duke and Coin. That's so cool. Okay, this could be Focus Band or Quick Claw or Bright Powder. We don't care about Bright Powder because of Aerial Ace. We don't care about Quick Claw because it's the last Pokemon. The only thing that could beat us is Focus Band, but then we still have Curse, so couldn't really beat us. Yeah, someone in Riley's Discord got hacked, or a hacked account joined. I'm not sure which one it was. And I think they promoted some coin. They were already banned by the time I saw something happened. Hiker Dev. You can't be a famous person without your own rug pull. This is true. Oh, Aerodactyl. That could be dangerous. Let's see. Ancient Power? Earthquake. Well, that would be stronger than Ancient Power. I always forget if Aerodactyl 2 actually has Earthquake. I feel like it would, but yeah. It could be Aerodactyl 2. Probably is. There's also one of the bad ones. Also has Earthquake. Am I afraid? Well, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot. I don't die to a crit, but I'll be at 1 HP, so we will lose Dusclops, but then we will also know it is... I can switch to my own Aerodactyl. Nighthawk 2, a coin coming soon? That's so cursed. Let's see, yeah. Earthquake is always going to be stronger than Bite if it's not choice banned. We are going to switch into Pressure Aerodactyl, burn an Earthquake. Or 2, actually. Let's see. So this could be choice banned, in which case it's gonna Earthquake again. Or it could be not choice banned. I have the option of going for Substitute because I'm faster. Or I could switch back and we would lose a bunch of HP on Dusclops. Which doesn't really matter too much. And I think the HP on Aerodactyl might be more valuable. Oh, and also if it's not choice banned, we want to switch back anyway, I think. You're on a roll with these crypto names? Yeah, I think the Nighthawk 2 coin was a good one. Okay, let's see if it's Earthquake or not. It's not. It's Double Edge. So it's not choice banned, which means it's King's Rock. We could be flinched. We're just gonna switch back and forth. Costs me nothing. Articoino is your favorite. Articoino is so cursed. We haven't used it much, but the pressure on Aerodactyl is doing something. Okay, that's the last Earthquake. It was Bite Fire Blast, I think. I believe bite is 20. Or is it 25? Let me double check. It's 25. Sandy, you were running damage calcs on Mawile for your Gen 4 team. It's not good, but it's not as awful as you expected, as long as you get Intimidate. Yeah, Intimidate helps a lot. I know that in Emeralds you can get like multiple hundreds on a trick team with Mawile. But it doesn't really tell you anything about how good Mawile is, it tells you about how good trick can be. Okay, bite, flinch chance as well. It's probably 50-50, well, not quite 50-50. No, wait, it is, isn't it? 50-50 between bite and fire blast. Close, not quite. Do I want to switch to Umbreon? Ideally, once it's down to only bite, we will switch to Umbreon and just set up in its face, but I'm not sure we can do that. I mean, we could do it, but question is how much risk. Fire Blast kind of hurts and could burn. I think we're gonna have to stall it out of Fire Blast first. Okay, that's a Fire Blast and it misses. Very, very good. Let's hope it keeps using Fire Blast. It does. Bite. Substitute doesn't even break. And that's the last Fire Blast. I'll just let it break. Actually, I don't even want it to lose Bite PP. Well, there's still enough for now. Okay, now we're gonna do some switch stalling to get rid of the double edges. Does negative damage. Now it's gonna be double edge. There might be a very, very small chance that it sees Earthquake is the highest move and then it can go for bite. When I switch. Oh no, big crit. So unlucky, guys, we got crit on the switch. We do have to watch out for bite flinches, but that's not gonna matter until we lose a lot more health. think I'm just gonna substitute early so that I can no longer be flinched. Did I already count that double edge? I think so. Not entirely sure. We might be switching Dustclops in on a bite because I've forgot to count one. Wait, is it already out? Or did he get the low roll? Yeah, the plan is to set up cursors when he runs out. Okay, we're out of double edges. Now we do our setup. And we don't have to be too afraid of crits. Though I suppose like a bunch of flinches with crits could stop my setup here, but it's gonna need so much luck. It's not worth thinking about. Dark should have been physical and Ghost should have been special. I would have not minded that change. Would be good so for a lot of Pokemon. I think we're gonna spam substitute until our substitute breaks and we get one that's full HP. And that's this turn, that's perfect. Even if we get crit, it's not gonna break our substitute. Alright, time to sweep. There's struggle. What I would have liked the most about that switch is Absol actually having a stab move. Even though Absol would still be kind of bad. But not as bad. Uh-oh. Quick Claw. Oh, activates Quick Claw. Lost condition activated. Breaks a substitute despite the +6 defense. I mean, we're not that tanky. Who's the last Pokemon? Cradily. I think I just do a ton of damage and we don't care, right? Yep. Alright, if the last Pokemon was something like Metagross, there was a chance we lost there. Small chance, but a chance. Okay, a Pokefan. All the Pokefans have the same Pokemon at this level of difficulty. Milotic. So that's gonna be Milotic 4. That's gonna mean Surf, Ice Beam, Recover, Mirror Coat. Which means there's a very high chance it goes for Mirror Coat. We'll just substitute. Metagross Choice Band would have been a disaster. Well, there's no Metagross with Choice Band, and Choice Band would not have been an issue because we just one-shot it. The issue would have been either his Bright Powder or Quick Claw. And I think I would just Earthquake. So there's a chance I miss, and there's a chance I get Quick Claw Meteor Mashed. I missed what it did, but I'm gonna assume it Mirror Coated because we didn't lose HP. Went for Surf this time. I went for Rest because I don't want to waste all my PP. Oh, you meant Focus Band. Is there a Metagross with Focus Band? I want to say no, but not entirely sure. As the other Hex items. Yeah, there's no Focus Band. Oh, and it couldn't be Quick Claw because of Rhydon, so it had to be Bright Powder for us to lose. But I think... Which one is Bright Powder? Yeah, that's the one that only has Meteor Mash and then all special moves. So I think we would have been fine. Even if all the worst things possible happened. Hello, JG. Thank you for the 5 gifted, Chief. You're a legend. Pokesets got 1 gifted. Okay, that's nice. Kenny Lee. Haven't seen in a while. Orobrock. Nightwing. VGC. And Gerry Gerwin. Thank you very much. You know, now we get... Oof. Whew, that hurts. That is very painful. This was my second sleep turn, right? I'm waking up this turn. I'm gonna double check this. Gonna watch back my own stream once YouTube decides that I'm allowed to. Yeah, we're asleep. Get hit. We're asleep, we get crit. Okay. We can fix this. It definitely sees a kill now. Did I remember to write down that we got... Yeah, I did remember to count this one. So we wake up, we protect. I don't know if it can Ice Beam. Served. New nickname idea, no hacks please. Basically, what I've already mentioned in some of the other streams, I'm expecting us to lose the streak by getting crit by a strong Pokemon. How much is this gonna do? Ooh, 54. That's a lot of damage. That is maybe too much damage. Okay, no mirror coat. Unlucky. Ooh. Now a crit kills Umbreon. That's kind of bad. I think we survive a non-crit at this point. Yeah. So we're just gonna rest and hope for the best. Maybe it even goes for Mirror Coat. It did go for Mirror Coat. Chief, you're investing in Dugang coin early. Is that gonna be the new emote? Because with these 5 we can make a new emote. I haven't made one yet. Okay, that's the last serve. Still has Ice Beam. We could be frozen at some point. But if we just rest here, we should be fine. Do coin already exist? I wouldn't be surprised. Dew is like kind of generic. Has to be Dew Gang coin. Mirror coat. Okay. We're just gonna wait for it to run out of ice beams, which might take a while. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. Trust every link you send us, Sandy? I'm not so sure if that's a good plan now. More mirror coat. Feeling very tempted to just switch. There we go, more ice beam. Do have a Lumberry, but we get crit. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Don't want to waste all my substitutes, so I'm just gonna risk the 10% or the less than 10% freeze. A self coin to the moon. Yeah, I could see that. Super Flash, you wonder what the over-under is? Of Sandy getting hacked at the end of the month? Is that gonna be a poly market bet? Well, it's gonna run out of mirror codes eventually. Then it still has 20 recovers, so we can just set up for free once it's done. But it's gonna cost us a lot of PP. And I probably could just have switched to Umbreon. But decided to do this, so now I'm sticking to it. Okay, that was an ice beam. Are we out of mirror codes? Maybe. Sandy, you're doing the scamming, you're not getting scammed? Well, that's what you want to think. We'll heal up here. Not getting scammed yet. Exactly. And now we just set up for free. Was a little bit scary with that crit, but we were fine. As long as we didn't get crit a second time on the Dusclops. Well, it didn't even attack, so couldn't even get a crit. Yeah, there was a very small chance that probably lost. I don't know, Umbreon. I probably would have had to switch in Aerodactyl. Stall out some Surfs with Substitute and then try to set up with Umbreon. That would also have been kind of scary. But that didn't happen, so we don't have to worry about whether or not that would have been possible. And we're ready to go. Disaster averted? Exactly. Now, it's probably not this Milotic. I was wondering if Milotic can survive this, but this one is a little bit more offensive than some of the other ones. So probably not. We get a crit. Nice. In comes Ampharos. Can this one have Bright Powder? No. Okay. Then I don't even have to think about whether or not we need to Aerial Ace, and I think we wouldn't. Because static is 30% to paralyze. Probably would have gone for the Earthquake if we missed. Then we tried to stall it out. Wigglytuff last. This Pokemon you can only see, I think you can only see it on the Pokefan at this difficulty. It's one of the Pokemon that isn't in the highest rounds normally, but can show up on specialized trainers. Battle 74, Battle Girl. These can be very dangerous. Elena. With Ninetales. Okay, it's the fire. Battle Girl. So I think this can be any Ninetales. Dangerous thing about Ninetales is Confuse Ray. Don't think it can do anything that I'm really afraid of, so just protect first turn. And there's Confuse Ray. Fire Blast. Decent damage. Not enough to see a kill. Another Fire Blast. And probably last move, or like last attacking moves, probably Double Edge. There is one that also has Iron Tail, I think. Okay, out of Fire Blasts. Confuse Ray. Let me check. If this one can even hurt me at this point. Fire Blast does have Iron Tail and Attract. Okay, good to know. That we're the same gender. So that's going to be the last move it will use. I think we'll just rest here, save some PP. Does not break the substitutes, that's nice. We'll just rest to save PP. We could lose, get our defense lowered. Especially now that I got a crit, so we don't have a substitute up. We dodge instead. We dodge the second time. And I think we just tried to double protect and we get it, nice. Now it's out. Actually, I was gonna set up with Umbreon. Yeah, we will be fine. It's just gonna be really annoying because of Attract, but we have 15 turns, and then if it starts struggling, it's not gonna deal any damage. This is just gonna be a really slow setup. No, we're not simping. Not yet. Still not simping. Now we're simping. More simping. Okay, gone pretty good so far, but we still need 2 more turns to go our way. Let's see how long that takes. Only 1 more. Attract is not baton passed. Infatuation, I mean. This is Bright Powder Ninetales, so we will aerial ace here. Hello, Tima. Blaze again. There's a Quick Claw one, but not a Focus Band one, I think. That's Typhlosion and Charizard. Oh, we got the Omni Boost. Probably isn't gonna matter, but we got it. This was one of the steel trainers, maybe it could have mattered. Machamp. And Machamp goes down. Even if it was Focus Band, I don't think we could lose. Because we do have Curse in the back. Okay, this is a Picnicker. Melody, I think. Yes. With a Nidoqueen lead. This is Nidoqueen 4. Is this... Did we stall this one out before? This one has... Shadow Ball? Or was it Nidoqueen 3? No, we stalled this one out before and it was kind of dangerous. The bad thing about this matchup is that there is a chance Nidoqueen sees Earthquake as its strongest move, which we obviously do not want when we're switching into Umbreon. Quick Claw Blaziken would have gone for Roar there anyway. Yeah, well, not really afraid of Quick Claw. Don't know if it could have broken anything anyway. It's more when it's Quick Claw and then there's another Pokemon. Okay, so last time I didn't see this one the first time around. Was Sludge Bomb its strongest move against me at this point? I think so. Actually, I'm not sure anymore. Let me do a calc. We are not at +6. No, it's Shadow Ball. Oh, it's... If we get minimum roll Shadow Ball and maximum roll Sludge Bomb, then it's a tie. Imagine if Quick Claw skipped priority. Well, that would kind of suck. Quick Claw Roar. Let's see. I think Superpower is like 50-ish% to Umbreon. And Nidoqueen won't use Superpower until then. It's way less? Is that correct? No, we have +2 defense in the calc. Yeah, it's around 50%. 55 max. We need to stay above 108 HP. Well, we don't need to stay above it. It's just that we need to switch into Dusclops. You can Quick Claw Sleep Talk Roar. Yeah. And in what, Gen 5? Isn't Prankster Assist Roar a thing or something like that? Or Copycat, one of those moves? Probably Copycat, I think. Oh, big crit. Not enough to see a kill though. How much damage did the Shadow Ball do? Oh. That crits, but it's in a little bit of an awkward spot. Because it's like 50% chance to see a kill. But doesn't really matter too much because it's the last earthquake. It didn't see the kill. Just don't crit me this turn. Okay, we're fine. Now it's gonna be seeing a kill. Which means free switch. on the superpower. Prankster is too powerful for its own good. I don't know. The Pokemon it's on aren't like super powerful except for maybe like Thunderous. So I feel like it's somewhat balanced. I don't know if I want to tank another Shadow Ball. I feel like I might die to a crit struggle. But if we get crit by Shadow Ball this turn, that's also really bad. Maybe I need to sacrifice some HP on the Aerodactyl. Also, I hope I didn't miscount the Shadow Balls, because if we get Sludge Bomb poison, that would be horrible. Let's see. Shadow Ball. Okay, crit shouldn't... Well, high roll crit kills me. I think I'll just rest here in case we get crit. Yes, Trick Room would make you slower with Tailwind up. Or like the Tailwind would make you slower. But if you have like both, it's not to set it up, but to counter it. Which makes sense. Oh, it was out. Good thing I didn't switch. We got crits as well. Yeah, when both sides have Trick Room, there can be some very interesting mind games in VGC. This should be the last move. And now we hope we don't get crit on Umbreon. Yeah, I did stay out of crit range, but double crit would have killed us. We're just gonna rest here. Wait, we were faster? Oh, it's probably because it's 21 IVs, Nidoqueen. Didn't think about that. Well, it doesn't really matter. Super Flash, you got a Hatterene. You think you're going to give it Trick Room to go against Tailwind. Yeah, that makes sense. Problem is you don't know what to change it to. I haven't played VGC since Gen 7, so I'm afraid I can't really help you with your team building. Sandy, you're planning to do a bunch of champions this weekend? You're excited? Nice. I haven't touched it yet. I do have a Switch 1, so I could. But I've been busy with this streak and trying to team build a different team as well, which hasn't been successful yet. Yeah, building around multiple modes in your team can be really strong. Oh, we got crit. Let's see, if we get crit again... I don't think I can make a substitute, but I think I live the next crit. Let me check if 20 is... how high of a roll 20 is in struggle. Okay, 23 is the highest roll, so I guess we're gonna have to rest first. Just to avoid the triple crit loss. Okay, we didn't get double crit. The Mantine team? No, I wasn't working on the Mantine team at the moment. That is a team I also want to do still. But I was trying to make a team for open level. Oh, there's another crit. And it wasn't like completely stall. And I was like making a team. I mentioned last stream that I still have a share called Articuno that I want to use. So it's like building something around that. I was like, well, if I just make this stall, it would be so much better. So I don't think that's the team. That's gonna be the team for now. Sandy, you're debating if you want to run a sweaty team or a meme team. Well... I guess you probably have home, right? So you can like actually use Pokemon you already have instead of having to use the Pokemon you're given. Then you have more of a choice. Like if you just get the random Pokemon, then it's less of a choice. We go for Earthquake because of Poison Point. Wailord. Wailord 4 is Quick Claw Fissure, I'm pretty sure. Of course, a Fissure doesn't matter. Even if we could be hit by it, it doesn't really matter. Could she have Jolteon 4 on her team? Okay, we didn't get our substitute broken, so even if we don't get the Omni Boost, it doesn't matter. Ooh, we got the Omni Boost. Magmar. Alright, we survived. Nidoqueen 4 lead. Is there a Nidoking with the same moveset? I don't think so. It's a little bit different. Probably. Otherwise that would be dangerous, because it's just slightly stronger. Uh-oh. Bug Maniac. That could be scary. Because there's a lot of Pokemon, or a lot of bug types that have scary movesets. Last time it was also Avery with Armaldo lead. At least I'm pretty sure it was Avery. I definitely know it was Armaldo lead. It could be Swords Dance, so we're gonna go for a substitute here. Rock Slide. Oh no! That hurts so bad! This has to be Choice Band, right? Oh, we might be... how much speed does Armaldo have? Can I invest in speed to beat this in the future? Nah, that's way too much speed. Armaldo 4, Choice Band. Rock Slide does 67% max roll. Did we get max roll flinched? Oh wait, this Dusclops has this is the wrong Dusclops. But we probably still got max rolled. Doesn't really change much on the roll. That might be the end. Just the max roll flinch. We are still so low. Arrow solos? Possibly. It did last time, I think. Against the Bug Trainer. Or there was a trainer where we soloed with no boost. No, it wasn't the Bug Trainer because I think it killed Manectric. It was probably Picnicker Roof or something. Okay, let's see. How do I do this? It's gonna be struggling soon. Rock Slide deals 200% damage to Aerodactyl. Not that I was planning to switch in. How much does Struggle do? 50% Aerodactyl? Oh no. I was thinking like maybe I just stall it out with Substitute from Aerodactyl and then I clean it up with Ancient Power. But it's gonna take 2 Ancient Powers. But 2 Substitute costs 50% HP. And then we're gonna need to tank 1 Struggle, and max roll will just kill us. Or a crit, of course. Okay. The other option is, of course, going to Umbreon. Umbreon will be faster. I could also try to double protect here. But it's a little bit awkward. Don't really have a good option. How much does Umbreon take? You are slower at -1. That's unfortunate. Struggle is gonna do 20-ish%. Let's see. I don't die to a crit if I'm at 50. But I'm gonna take a rock slide on the switch in. And I can sub. And rest. And then what? I could just go for the double protect. If I die, I sub on arrow, then I switch to Umbreon, set up, and then we're fine. Okay, I think we're okay. This is choice band Armaldo team. Marcel, you're also doing Bell Tower right now, but in Sapphire with Metagross, Starmie, and Salamence after 22 years. Alright, good luck. The Sapphire Tower is significantly easier, but random AI can be tricky sometimes. We failed a double protect. We could still survive this, but probably not. We don't survive this. No, we couldn't curse and I didn't want to curse. I want to set up with Umbreon instead. So now we're locked into struggle. $42 damage. That's a lot of damage. Now I'm slower. If it gets a crit, I can't substitute. I maybe should have substituted last turn. It's a little unfortunate that I need another curse for substitute to live 2 hits. Okay, we're slower, we rest, we're at full HP, we curse, we substitute. I think. Or we curse first, or I think we substitute first. And hopefully the substitute still survives, even though we were only at +1 for this hit. Yeah, but I want to live 2 struggles, not 1. Not sure. Did break, okay. Yeah, I could have gone for the sub. Was kind of hoping, greeting I would have lived. But it needs to triple crit to kill me, so I'm kind of fine. Hello, Peter. I don't know what happened to the title, because in the stream, in my overview, it says it has a title, but when I posted the link, it didn't have a title. Don't know what happened there. I probably should have cursed first, because I still would have lived a crit. If it crits up, I would have lived another crit, so I could have just rested then. It doesn't really matter. Okay, broke this up. We're slowly getting our boosts. Our model still has a bunch of HP, so I'm not too worried. I don't know how many hits it's gonna take for a substitute to break. Probably not that many. Do I rest now or do I substitute now? Substitute's gonna take a bunch of hits. How much damage do I take? 12. I think... it needs to hit like max roll every turn for substitute to break before a baton pass. Or on the turn. Yeah, I guess that's still before a baton pass. Yeah, I kind of want to keep the Umbreon healthy just in case. So I'm gonna go for a rest first. As long as we don't get crit, it shouldn't break. Armaldo's gonna take itself out at this rate? Nah. We'll be done. We will be done. Heracross. Could be Focus Band. Yeah, new sub was maybe better, but couldn't be bothered, to be honest. Okay, it doesn't matter. We did know it was all bugs, so probably is better to have another sub. But yeah, like I said, bug trainers are scary. Relegator. It ain't easy being breezy. Didn't need all those boosts in the end. Yeah, but you never know that. Could have been Fortress Scissor in the back. Finn. Do you have every set? Or do you only have one set? You have a lot of sets. But not every for Relegator, only Scope Lens. We don't like Scope Lens. At least Hydro Pump is gonna have a lot of PP. Yeah, it's the same for me, Tima. It doesn't matter what your team is. There are so many bug-type Pokemon that are dangerous for one reason or another. Usually because they have Hex items and they're strong. Like Armaldo, like Heracross, and also the Scyther. It's always a risk. And also the Fortress, of course, with Quick Claw Explosion or Focus Band Explosion. How much do we get one shot by Hydro Pump crit? I would probably. Actually, no, I'm not sure. Yeah, no. So I was thinking about the Starmie we faced a little bit ago. That one had a rain boost and it still needed like a high roll to kill me. Earthquake. Okay. Pinsir 2 is a scary Pokemon. At least Pinsir 2, I often have Pokemon that don't care about it. Like Dusclops doesn't care, Skarmory doesn't care that much. Yeah, Swords Dance or Maldo is crazy scary. Heracross has killed me a bunch of times already with Bright Powder or Focus Band. Earthquake again. Yeah, and Scyther 2, Bright Powder, Swords Dance, Double Team. That thing can get completely out of hand. Second hydro pump. It tells us a lot about Feraligatr stats when it wants to use Earthquake more than Hydro Pump. Okay, Crunch. Crunch again. What other moves does the Gator have? Oh, it's obsessed with Crunch. What's your last move? Hello, Amaryllis? 1 second. Rock Slide. Ah, our favorite move. When are we getting your Zero IV stream, Amaryllis? Team, you were trying to get gold medal with free mons with the same dual type after you got your you got it in doubles. Well, there's no medal, but 70 wins with water ice. We're just a little bit short of being able to make our next substitute, which is unfortunate. Just rest here. Rock Slide, okay. Did I not count an Earthquake? That must be the case. Rock Slide is definitely not our strongest move. We'll get to see it when you figure out the sweeper. You want to do Raikou because it has the very nice speed. I'll be honest, I don't think I would use Raikou even if I had perfect IVs on that team. There's the last Hydro Pump. Team has so far no success. You think Dragon Flying might be able to do it? I don't know, there are so many ice beams. I feel like it would be really tough. The non-ground immune sweepers are at a severe disadvantage. Well, it's not that it's not a ground immune sweeper. It's the fact that both Mawile and Raikou get destroyed by Earthquake. You have double ground weak in the back. If you run into a Rhydon and it quick claws you, even if it doesn't quick claw you, I'm not sure if you're in that great of a spot. Okay, I'm considering switching to Umbreon now. Because I don't think we take that much damage from Rock Slide. But flinching is a potential issue. Could just full stall. It did have an earthquake left. What? I'm confused. How is rock slide? Well, I guess minimum roll on earthquake and maximum roll on rock slide probably overlaps. No. What? Huh? How did it rock slide me twice? What's going on? Is there special AI? Or am I missing something? I could use rock slide before I ran out of hydro pumps, right? Well, whatever. It doesn't matter. Yeah, the computer did psych me out. I got outplayed. Bamboozled. Team of your plan is to lead Max Spedev Altaria with Thief, Mudslap, Growl, and Perish Song. Then Max Speed Salamence with Leftovers, Protect, Substitute, Double Team. And Mudslap. And finally Sweeper Dragonite. Okay. That is quite the team. How much damage do you take from like Ice Beam from a Stabmon? Quick Claw Lapras it could be an issue. Let's see, that was the first turn of sleep, right? Oh, we dodge. And now we're struggling. I forget if we're waking up. Yeah, we're waking up. I thought so. Would have been slightly better to stay asleep, but it's probably not gonna matter. You're considering Protect over Growl on Altaria. What do you do against Metagross lead? Do you Perish Song it? To get a switch? Didn't pay attention to how much struggle did, and this is Copeland, so we really need to watch out for crits. $22-ish. Doesn't Altaria get Charm? I don't think so, but I'm not entirely sure. Against Metagross, you probably Perish Song and sack Altaria. Salamence gets a free turn to substitute while they swap. Does it get at least one double team or mud slap? Yeah. But that's still pretty risky. But of course, when you're restricted to only dual types, it's always gonna be risky. There's a few Pokemon that are instant loss, such as Lapras 2, Articuno 2. Yeah, Lapras 2 is what I was afraid of. Why is Lapras 2 instant loss? Oh, it outspeeds your Altaria, right? That's why. And that's why Lapras 4 is not an instant loss. Okay, we haven't been crit, surprisingly. Lapras 2, you can win if they don't get Quick Claw 4 times. You mean like 1 out of 4 or 4 times in a row? Because that seems like a lot. Must be... Articuno 1 has Icy Wind and Ice Beam. Oof. Yeah, good luck stalling that one. And it's immune to Mud Slap. That does not sound great. Do we keep our substitute or do we get crit this turn? Do not get crit. Very nice. You have to not get Quick Clawed for 4 consecutive turns. Yeah, so it needs the 1 out of 4. Yeah, that sounds quite risky. Champ. Okay, Quick Claw or Focus Band? No Quick Claw. It's not guaranteed to have either of those, but those would be the dangerous items. And a Starmie, which could be Bright Powder. Altaria lives a hit from Starmie free, allowing it to Perish Song and do the Metagross line. Okay. But, let's see. You would need Protect, otherwise you're still like a speed tie on the Salamence, right? Because turn 1 you Perish Song. Turn 2 you die if you don't have Protect. So that's that counter of 2. Then you go into Salamence, I assume. And you just get 1 shot if you lose the speed tie. Oh wait, you have Protect on the Salamence, right? So never mind. Yeah, no, that works. As long as you don't get crit. Turn 1. $11 battle points. Nice. Yeah, Salamence protects. I forgot about Protect on Salamence. 77. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the toilet. 1 second. All right. Yeah, you definitely cannot get hexed into your bad matchups. We're doing at least one more round and then we'll see. This might be the last round of this stream and then we'll try to get 100 on Sunday. This should be an easy match. Okay. Take your word for it. Don't lead with Metagross, please. Oh. Well, that's not Metagross, I suppose. I think I'm probably gonna do the same thing I did against Annabelle, where I tried to substitute turn 1 because it could be Calm Minding. Two of them have Calm Mind. You could set up Rain. Could go for a double team. One of the Calm Mind ones has Substitute, which would be kind of annoying. No, actually I don't think it matters because... well, it kind of depends on when it does what. But we wouldn't be able to curse it if it has a Substitute. Hello, Julian. How's it going? It's slow and steady. That's my trainer quote. Slow and steady. You got the 56 wins last night with Swampert, Sceptile, and Latios. You're hoping to lock up gold. I wish you the best of luck. At least you got a Swampert for Annabelle, so the Annabelle fight should probably be fine for you. Reflect, okay, this is really good. I think at this point it's probably just a free setup. Let's see, does Reflective bite? Oh, it does. Potentially. There's 3 of them that have Reflect, okay. So we ruled out Calm Mind. That's something. Thunder Wave. Okay, there's only one left. This one does have Bite. That's unfortunate, I guess. Thunderbolt, Bite. But it should Thunderbolt instead of Bite. And against Bite, we just set up Umbreon. There's Thunderbolt. I don't know, maybe you're right. Maybe we should have cursed. Because it's gonna start seeing kills with Bite. I didn't really think about that one. I should have thought about that one a little bit more, I think. Well, it only does 30% at least. That's something. And it can also just spam Thunder Wave sometimes. Hopefully not this turn, though. No, stop doing that on my Protect. Okay, that's better. How high is the chance it reflects this turn? It's not guaranteed. Guess I'll Protect. T-Bolt, okay, very nice. T-Bolt again. Tima, I don't think Julian has easy access to hidden powers. T-bolts. Hello, Buzz. T-bolt into Protect, please. Unfortunate. Reflect, okay, we take it. We take it. Okay, we're almost out of Thunderbolts. That wasn't too bad. Oh, he said he had one with hidden power eyes? Oh, sorry. I forgot. He got blessed with the good hidden power. Sceptile has grown on your Tima. Overgrow. Pattaya goes hard. I just mentioned that I'm planning, or have been planning to use Pattaya, Blast, Burn, Charizard at some point. With Blaze, Pattaya, and then you just one-shot a water type with a fire move. It's not a great set, but it's a funny set. Which counts for something. Okay, I hope I didn't miscount the Thunderbolts. T-Bolt is 15-15. Did I miscount one? Wouldn't be surprised. Do I rest? can't wake up if it's biting me. I think I'll just protect here. Underwave. And I think it's not possible to bite, maybe. No, it is. Kinda wanted to break my substitute. So get a little bit more healing. You missed one? Thanks. Oh, that's the wrong one. I forgot what you told me to call you, P6D. I know you gave me a name, but I forgot. Sorry about that. He'll protect, that's fine. Thunderwave, that's fine. Yeah, basically, I don't want to be asleep. Sean. Okay. I did think it was Sean, but I wasn't sure. I mean, that's easy to say when the other person has said it, but that was the name that popped up in my head, but I wasn't sure. Okay, I think it's out. Yeah, we're basically full HP, but we're out of protects. But I want to be like, we have good HP for like, if we want to curse. That's fine. I think I want to keep the last two. Time to set up? Yes. We'll set up substitute so we can't get flinched. Just like we did last time against Aerodactyl. Yeah, I think it was like the first battle of the stream. Sean, you'll change your name to English later? Well, you don't have to, but it would help me remember. Guess you could just add it to your current name as well. Someone say remember? Yes, but it wasn't you. You don't RNG manip, Julian, so hidden power is something you have to grab. How did we get crit again? And the Feraligatr got like no crits with scope lens. That's just how it goes sometimes. Feeling you were breeding for Modest Trico. Getting plus speed nature one with hidden power ice was a happy accident. But you wanted the modest nature anyway. That's fair. I think I'm just gonna rest here. Don't get flinched 5 times in a row. Thank you. That Mandarin is just a pronunciation of Sean? Interesting. Unfortunately, I cannot read it. Oh wait, it just set up reflect, didn't it? I should have wasted a couple of turns. Oops. And it still has bite, so it's actually gonna break my sub. So I don't just want to spam substitute. I think we just go for the kill here, but that was a misplay. Was just in mindless setup mode, but should not have been. We'll definitely kill this thing though. How much does bite do? Yeah, always breaks my sub, so we're just gonna earthquake. Okay, but remember, like, we don't know what your name is. And remember is the first word in your name, so that's the most likely to be chosen. Okay, Kaladel is gonna live. That's unfortunate, I suppose. Oh, but it's Solar Beam. Never punished. And reflect wears off. Perfect. Hello, Derek. Happy Friday to you. You changed it? Yes, I see it. Sean. Latios. 78. No, 79. How goes the grind, Michael? I just mentioned it to... who asked? Don't remember. But slow and steady. That's how it's going. Oh, I missed which who the guy was. I think we just set up on this. We just switch immediately. Double team. Doesn't really matter. We have air relays. Now we set up substitute so we cannot be toxic. The wall versus the wall. Jillian, you don't know why I've been getting so many Snorlaxes in your run? They're the bane of your existence. Well, there's simply a lot of trainers that have Snorlax available to them. Like a lot. So in the highest rounds, you're gonna run into them quite frequently. Let me check. How many Snorlaxes are available? $35 in the highest rounds. I think that means 35 trainers out of 100. Yeah, because there's definitely more than 35 in this list. Okay, yeah. 35 trainers out of 100 in the highest. And I don't know about the earlier rounds, how common it is. But it does appear to be quite common. Metagross is on 38 trainers. Starmie on 44 trainers. Oof. Yeah, good luck hitting your toxics. This is probably the fastest setup we've ever had in this streak. Oh, Shuckle lives. But not for long. Armaldo. Secretly Bug Trainer. There's the Quick Claw. I mean, he could have Scissor in the back, probably, or Fortress. Steel types are probably on this guy's team. Maldo, Quick Claw. But at least Quick Claw is no longer available. Cradily. Okay. Yeah, we don't one-shot everything. Now, if we could just Ancient Power, it would have been an easy one-shot, but double team. Battle number 80. Sailor Peter, I think. Sailor Peter with a Blastoise. I think last time I said, oh, this thing can't do anything, and then it set up rain, and it was actually dangerous. But it still didn't do that much, I think. Let me double check though. Like, I think it needed a high roll crit to kill. In rain. Oh no, it just needs a regular crit, but it can also just miss. How dangerous is Surf? Not very. I think I'll still substitute because Rain Dance into crit Hydro Pump. It's like the worst thing that could happen to me. And if... what if I just get regular crit Hydro Pumped? Nah, we still get up our substitute. It is Rain Dance! Unfortunately, you got outplayed, buddy. Yeah, I think Starmie is one of the biggest threats as well that you want to prepare for. Metagross, Snorlax, Starmie. Tyranitar is only an open level. Making it rain. Hydro Pump. Bite, Seismic Toss. Yeah, Gengar also very dangerous. Of course, the Ladies are dangerous as well, but at least they're not very fast, so most teams will automatically at least be able to beat them across multiple of your Pokemon, if not with a single Pokemon. Yeah, Starmie usually is scarier than Gengar. I think I just full stall. I don't know what the priority is on Seismic Toss against Umbreon, but it does more than my sub as HP by just a little bit. I think we're just gonna full stall. Yeah, I figured Rain ran out. I wasn't paying attention, but then like I clicked protect and was like, did I just see the message of Rain ending? Yeah, Starmie being at best a speed tie with level 100 plus speed natures is scary. I might have not counted one. I think I forgot to count a bite somewhere. Maybe I didn't. Maybe it was the Rain Dance turn. Julian, you've been thinking of snagging a Starmie from the tower for fun, but you may have to gamble on the natures. Yeah, well you could just keep resetting until you get one that you want. That was gonna take a while, but... Alright, I was thinking about potentially resting this turn. Yeah, I think this will be the last round. I'm not very focused. Or even less focused than usual. The rain stopped, but it's gonna see a kill. So it's gonna bite anyway. You gotta tune out for a bit. Good luck. Thank you. Rain Dance this turn. Okay, it no longer saw the kill. Well, I think it's a roll to see the kill at this point. Sleep deprivation finally catches up to Beefreeze. Yeah, probably. I didn't sleep that well last night. Or at least not that long. Wait, what? Oh, we didn't see the kill again. Wait, it already ran out? Did I miss that many bites? Apparently so. I could go into a coma and wake up in 5 hours. I hope I'm not going into a coma. 4 out of what, 20? Don't remember seismic toss. Let's look it up. Yes, 20. Okay, so now we just stall this. I think that's 20. But we have our substitute up, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, struggle. Here we go. We don't lose any health, only 1 rest PP, and that's fine. Shell bell. That doesn't really matter, except that it's slightly... we take slightly longer. Oh, just realized. You can see me count the PP. Not that that's very exciting. Or important in this particular case, because Blastoise just doesn't do enough damage outside of Rain Dance, Hydro Pump. Beefreeze use sleep talk. Well, that would imply I'm capable of using rest. Or falling asleep. If you could use one Pokemon move, what would it be? Well, if I don't have an ability, it would probably be rest. Fully healed? Like, no matter what, you just fully heal? On command? Oh no, big crit. That's crazy OP. Teleport? Yeah, that's definitely high on the list as well. Like, my ability would be insomnia? Ah, damn. Then you can't use rest. That's unlucky. Maybe someone can use, like... No. Synthesis, free food, and healing forever. Yeah, I was thinking like soft-boiled could be good. Or aromatherapy. Or heal bell. That's not quite the same type of healing, but... it's still really good. And it could work on other people. Same with soft-boiled. You can use soft-boiled on other people outside of battle. If we had abilities, you would try for bulletproof. Yeah, but I don't know if you get to pick. Which ability would get you pulled over all the time? Alright, who's next? Speed boost. Do we one-shot every melodic? I might need to earthquake this. Wait, one of them has focus bend. Oh no, this one is one shot. I don't think there's one bulkier than this one. Yeah, this one's less bulky. Oh no, this one's bulkier. Oh, it has bolt nature, that's why. Okay, we're gonna earthquake. Only focus band survives. Isn't there an ability called Sniper? Yes, there is. Extra crit damage in Sniper. Fake out. Useless. Sandy, you think your move of choice would be Dynamic Punch? Okay. That is an interesting choice. You might call it a confusing choice. Typlosion. This is guaranteed to be set 4. And that means White Herb Overheat. Uh-oh. White Herb Overheat. Thunder Punch. Earthquake. Crush Claw. Now the question is, do I let this thing overheat me so it lowers its special attack? Well, it only has Thunder Punch afterwards. I don't think it's worth it. So we're gonna start off with a Protect. And I went for Earthquake instead. There's the overheat. Well, I guess we get hit by it anyway. Almost 50% damage. That's a lot of damage. Now it's gonna... after Substitute, it sees a kill. Remember, you're taking Swift Swim, then you're gonna try out for the Olympics? Well... remember, Swift Swim only works in rain, and most of the Olympic swimming is indoors, and the outdoors probably isn't gonna have rain. So I'm afraid it's not gonna work out quite that well. Super Flash, you like to have speed boost, but knowing the person you are, it's probably slow start. I mean, in a way, both of those increase your speed with time. It's just that one of them decreased your speed first. And it only becomes normal speed and normal strength. Okay, it could be overheat this turn, or it could... No, it can't even be earthquake. That's fine, we just protect. And then next turn it's still gonna be overheat. And then either it misses and we keep our sub, or it hits and it's -2 special attack, which helps with the thunder punches. Oh. Wait, what? I thought you couldn't see a kill with earthquake. And overheat would kill. But... Oh, wait. It could have killed, but it didn't see the kill. I think. Actually, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that's what happened. I mean, it has to be. Okay, no super death drop. But that one faithful rainy day, though? Yeah, but you're gonna need to qualify and stuff. You're gonna need consistent rain. And you're still like, I don't think it activates if you're swimming indoors while it's raining, because you're not in the rain. So you can only qualify for outdoor events as well. Did I count that earthquake? No. Thunder Punch. Saw the kill. We don't have enough HP. So we have to rest. Is the video frozen for everyone else? I hope not. I don't think so. Try refreshing. But if it's frozen, I don't know if you can still hear me. Try. I've been having the issue the last week where streams would like buffer and never continue. I haven't had it in a while, but I had it in Riley's stream and I think someone else's stream. Yeah, I think that's 10. So now there's only Thunder Punch and Crush Claw, but Crush Claw can't hit me. I can never get you guys, never let you guys dream. I must assault all whimsy with logic and reasoning. Unfortunately, yes. You are not getting your free fantasies. I will destroy them with facts and logic. Super Flash, you have been to streams where it's just been infected with ads? I have premium, so I don't have that issue, but could be related that it wants to give me an ad, but I have premium and it somehow just kept loading nothing. It's a possibility. Probably should have just been resting to save protect and substitute PP in case I need them later. We can still switch. Is Crush Claw 10 or 5 PP? It's 10. There's the first Crush Claw. Good luck. Thank you, KT. We have had a little bit of bad luck, but nothing too bad. We got out of all situations so far. Have I counted one too many? Well, I woke up by accident, so it doesn't matter. We can just protect now on the struggle. Yeah, I counted correctly. How much damage do we take? 17, that's not a lot. $18, okay. Still not a lot. Let's see, breeder only has sets 4. Could be Quick Claw Snorlax, but that's not really an issue when we have +6 defense and a substitute. I don't know what could be an issue on this trainer. No doubt there's something with Focus Band. Sandy, you gotta go lock in at work. Good luck, thank you, and have a good day at work. And a good weekend. I'll probably see you in Rally stream. Okay, substitute, rest, baton pass. Super Flash, you feel like Feraligatr should get Crush Claw, not Typhlosion. Does Feraligatr get Crush Claw? No. But Sceptile does. Yeah. I can definitely see it. Okay, please no crit. Nice. Time for a sweep. Lapras. This is Lapras 4. Which means it's Spit Lapras, and I think that it has Lumberry, but I'm gonna check. Yes, it's Lumberry. No need to worry about Bright Powder or something. Last Pokemon. Salamence. Don't think 4 is the bright powder one, but this is gonna kill anyway. Okay, on to battle 82. Not funny, I'm too serious. True. That is fair. That is a fair reaction to this team. This time we have Alexis. This could be dangerous Pokemon. Metagross lead. Oh, this could be really bad. Meteor Mash. Okay, worst case scenario. It turned out it saw a low roll on Shadow Ball and it's gonna Shadow Ball this turn and gets a crit. Well, actually, maybe the actual worst case scenario is probably Meteor Mash crit attack raise. That's the actual worst case scenario. That would kill me as well. So I guess Shadow Ball, at least depending on the Metagross, it would kill me. Or the roll. Why don't you just like miss me this time? I've faced Metagross lead, what, 2 times before and there were 0 misses. Yeah, the dreaded Metagross lead. This is, I think, the highest chance this team has to lose against the lead Pokemon. Okay, no miss. That wasn't a crit I thought it was for a moment. But that was just one of the really strong ones. Okay, it might use like Earthquake now, which would be not ideal. Okay, that's good. That's really good. Yeah, this is definitely Adamant 170 and it got one of the higher rolls. Earthquake. It could be double team rest. Those do have a high chance of going for double team turn 1. Is there another one that has the same set and EVs and nature? There might be. We always protect this turn. Please smash. No. Okay, only 1 mash left if it's into pressure. Don't attack raise. Good. Okay, if it's going to attack, it's going to Meteor Mash now. Double team. It is double team rest. That's so unlikely for it to not double team in the first 2 turns. That's fine. Do I just... No. Okay, last Meteor Mash. there's the crit. Oh. Wait, could I have protected this turn? Yeah, but it's... I didn't know it was not gonna double team and it was gonna crit. Substitute was the better play. Well, Aerodactyl doesn't lose to this, but I want to set up... I want to set up. Okay, after one curse, he doesn't break my substitute. We still have not seen a Meteor Mash miss against this team, I'm pretty sure. Or... No, that one also didn't miss. The Quick Claw one. That one hit my substitute. Did I count one too many? Double teams? I'm not sure. Doesn't matter too much. Earthquake number 5. Didn't break this up. Very good. I was thinking, like, if he breaks my sub, I can just sub again, but actually crit can be high enough damage where I can't substitute anymore. But he is gonna need... I don't think he breaks my substitute this turn. Did not break my substitute this turn. Let's see, how do I want to play this? I want to burn all the earthquakes. And struggle will do like half of the damage. Just spam substitute at this point. In case I get crit. Out of earthquakes. Right, it still has all the other moves that actually don't touch me, so... Now we're in a free setup spot. Our setup is already done, but... We heal up before we go into arrow, just in case we need this Umbreon again. We're already one Pokemon down, so it's extra important. Okay. Does Aerial Ace free shot? So it's gonna use rest. Oh yeah. Okay, Chesto Berry. So actually, it could randomly not hit rest, which would make it take one turn longer, but doesn't really matter. That one Aerial Ace PP. Okay, did go for rest. Good. We have survived another Metagross lead. We could have still, of course, still fall to the rest. Quick Claw is still available. But at least it can't be Bright Powder Metagross in the back, which would take 2 hits with Champ. Okay. Good night, Metagross, indeed. Last Pokemon? Registeel. Okay. Quick Claw. Explosion Registeel. I wonder if I should have gone Aerial Ace against Registeel. Oh, but it's not a 2-shot. Because one of them I'm pretty sure is Bright Powder. Black Belt. Most random Quick Claw activation, yeah. Breloom lead. I think that's free, right? Oh no, Spore. How horrible. It can just attack me for free. I'm gonna take so much damage. Yeah, nice Giga Drain. Pink Spore is 10. Gonna turn on the light, be right back. Oh wait, Leech Seed would actually have been really annoying, but we just dodged. Nice. I mean, we could have just switched there. Illegal Breloom should be level 54 before you get Spore. Actually, you can breed it onto a lower level one. What's up, Dio? Not much. We are... Oh, got to scroll down again. We are slowly setting up. Oh, I missed the Giga Drain, it seems. Oh no, I'm not asleep, that's why I went for Spore, of course. It doesn't know about Substitute. Like we do. Only one more battle in this set. And then we'll be done with the round. Now we're both doing nothing. We got a certified vampire in chat. Yeah, you can get level 50 Spore Bloom. You just need to get like 2 Shroomishes with Spore, and then the baby Shroomish will learn it as well. Okay, what's your last move? Oh, there's still more Spore? Is Spore more than 10? Or did I count one too many at some point? Oh, Spore's 15. That's high for such a strong move, but I guess it's not a very common move. Should be Focus Punch left, and it's Bright Powder? Yeah. Yeah, I kind of just assumed it would be 10 because Spore's so broken. But I was not correct. Breeding with 2 parents that know Megahorn is also how you get level 50 Heracross with Megahorn. Oh, I didn't remember that one. But that makes sense. I think that's 6. Don't really care, we have a substitute. Well, they didn't give Spore to many Pokemon, so... Like... Is it a Gen 1 move? Does Parasect already have it in Gen 1? I don't remember. But like, Parasect is not a good Pokemon, so it can have more PP. Synthesis, Moonlight, Soft-Boiled Milk Drink, and Recover do the same thing, other than weather affecting it. But their PP is 5, 5, 10, 10, 20. Well, Soft-Boiled and Milk Drink work in the overworld. So, and Synthesis, Moonlight are affected by weather, so, and Morning Sun, so technically they are all different. But Recover having 20 is so broken. I'm just gonna put this at 20. Don't know if this is the last one or there's one more. We're just gonna wait until we see a struggle. Okay, it's struggling. This one's probably gonna hurt a bit. Oh, only 21. I guess maybe there's some special investment or bulk. I was expecting a bit more. Oh, there's a crit from like base 130 attack. It's also random that Blizzard and Fire Blast have 5 PP, but Thunder has 10. Yeah. Like, I understand Fire Blast if you see that as the same as Hydro Pump. But Blizzard and Thunder are both... Well, I guess Blizzard used to be 90% accuracy in Gen 1. So it used to be a better move. Okay, don't think we die to a struggle crit. We're just gonna keep cursing for now. I don't know what the accuracy on Thunder was in Gen 1. I'm assuming it was also 70 back then. Yeah, Fire Blast is more accurate. Blizzard gets freeze chance. I think it was because Blizzard had 90% accuracy in Gen 1. Okay, Substitute should leave me at 1 HP. So I think I'm gonna spam Substitute and then rest. But Thunder has 30% chance to paralyze. That is true. Don't forget about Effect Spore. Yeah, we need to Earthquake Prelume. Just break my sub, please. You mean you think Gen 1 Blizzard had bugged accuracy? It did the accuracy check twice at 70%, effectively making it 91%? Interesting. I just know that they spam Blizzard in Gen 1 OU because it's more accurate. Okay, hopefully no crit this turn. Nice. You just straight up had 90% Super Flash? Okay. We get bright powdered, of course. There we go. Bright powder into crit breaking or sub would have been evil. Scissor. Okay. Well, we know it's not bright powder, but it could be focus band. Do I need Earthquake to kill one of them? I don't think so. Let's go for Omni Boost. Actually, I don't really need Omni Boost against an all-physical trainer. Doesn't matter. Fortress. Okay. Could be Quick Claw, could be Focus Band, but... at this point it's not really... okay, Protect. No double protect. On to the last trainer. Pokefan again. Mallory this time. Oh, another Shuckle. Okay, free. Free last battle. I appreciate it. Thunder was 10% to paralyze in Gen 1. Now the PP makes more sense. Yeah. That does make more sense. So because we have a substitute, we're not affected by Rap's secondary effect. We can still switch, although with Baton Pass we would have been able to switch anyway. And we don't take bonus damage. Rap missed. Unlucky. Yeah, that's an easy last battle for today, which I don't mind at all. Only one Metagross lead. But it did crit one-shot us, but at least it didn't start off with a crit turn 1. Then we would have been in a really bad spot. And it just becomes Curse with Umbreon and Prey. Although it was double team, so it was likely to give us a lot of turns to set up. Right, Baton Pass. We do get the one shot this time. Clefable. Which item does Clefable 4 have? Is it Focus Band? It is Focus Band. No Focus Band? But we do get the Omni Boost. Umbreon last. Goodbye, Umbreon. We have the superior one. Well, okay, next turn is goodbye, Umbreon. Timo, what's super funny is if you substitute down to 1 HP, it will spam Rap into your substitute. It won't even rest. There's been a way for you to beat a runaway Shuckle 4 once. Yeah, because it sees the kill because it doesn't understand substitutes. But you take like 1 damage, so you can just tank it forever. That is a funny way of dealing with it. Alright, we're at 84. We just need 3 more rounds to get to 100. Which I'll most likely do on Sunday. And should be at least 3 rounds Sunday. So, assuming we don't lose, we will get there. And then we'll keep going until we lose, probably. I will try to build up another team so I have a bit of variety and not just this really slow team every stream, because it's not the most interesting to watch. It's just very slow. I do like the puzzle of stalling out the first Pokemon, but it's not it's not very fast. So yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't know if Riley is streaming today with his member stream. Let's see if I can find it. He didn't have anything scheduled. He might have now, though. No, nothing scheduled. Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Goodbye, Moino. And yeah, I'll see you on Sunday, probably, if you are there. So thanks for watching.